All right, welcome back to the channel. I want to show you guys a couple tips over on the Fairlight page again. First one being, you can clean up your interface here. If you go under index again, kind of like I showed on the other video, it also works here in the Fairlight page. So you have tracks, markers, and the EDL edit index. But if you go to tracks, you have this little eyeball icon. So let's say you're working and you want to focus on, say, audio 1 track. You can always zoom in, but you could get rid of all these just by dragging over and even get rid of your bus output unless you're doing some kind of like automation or something. But like in this case, I was examining some cuts on the audio and I wanted this, more screen real estate. And you can also shrink it down here if you really want to zoom in. And you can also extend your waveform by holding Shift, Option, and mouse wheeling. It actually doesn't change the volume. It just changes the size of your waveform. And then of course, Shift and scroll will go up and down. Command Option goes zooming in. Shift scroll is up and down. And then Shift Option is your waveform. So that's one of the things that you can do by just cleaning up your view, and it helps quite a bit. Now, another thing that's cool is this thing called groups down here, which is underneath here. There's a little red on and off. By default, you have all, but if you wanted to make a few groups that are custom, like here on audio 1, I have just dialogue going. Well, let's say I wanted to work on this audio 3 and audio 2. So you can select them over here. And then to add a new group, there's this little plus button here, create group. So I'll just call this subgroup. And then you can differentiate what you're going to use in the group here. Are you going to edit with it? Arm record, all your automation, your panning, your mutes, fader. So you can go in here and grab them all. And you could also set as default. So if you wanted to repeat this function, you can do that. And then if you needed to add other channels over here, it's showing you the other channels in your mix bus that aren't added to the group and just letting you know, hey, audio 2 and 3 are over here, and you hit save. So now you get the subgroup with a little green icon, G1. You can make more. And then there's the check mark, whether it's on or off. And then this is access to your settings again if you needed to add or remove. So now that it's on, we'll go check mark. And then as you can see, when we turn it on, it highlights those 2 tracks. And then if we look over here on the mixer output, we have these 2 tracks. Now they get this lighter gray color. So if I was on track 1 and I wanted to change some volume, you could see it's independent. Audio 2 and 3 on the mixer kind of turn light gray. And now when I move the volume, they move in Usicision. You get this new highlight under here called subgroup or whatever you happen to name it. And in case you guys didn't know, you could also rename your audio tracks. If you double click in this red field here, I'll say dialogue, and then you could name this if it was M&E music. So you could see it named this dialogue, this music. It also does it in the track list, and it will rename it over here on your mixer as well. That's pretty much what I wanted to show you. So this cool on and off with the track mixer and then the subgroup function. All right. Thanks guys for watching as always, and I'll see you on the next video.